love to have been there. I'm sure that was a beautiful brunch, and thank you, Michael, for editing that piece and making it available for those of us who weren't able to be there. Right now, we've been joined by Fred Fitzgerald, our own Fred Fitzgerald of Studio 22, and his sister, author Freda Fitzgerald, and they're going to be talking about an upcoming book signing.
Yes.
And then we have a little bit of spoken word,
Yes.
which is going to be great.
Yes.
But let's talk about the book signing first.
Yeah, first of all, thank you, Shaana, for having us on.
Anytime.
Definitely,
Thank
it's
you.
always a pleasure to be able to come on. Studio 22 is actually going to be doing a book signing. We're promoting Freda Camille as a spoken word artist. She's also an author. She's already got her first book done, Storms Cause My Faith.
Storms Cause My Faith.
And then she's also working on a relationship book as well. So we're doing a big promotion on that this Saturday at Misha Books.
Okay.
And so it's going to be, her to be able to come out, and she's always going to be doing some interviews with some other authors because she's an upcoming host. We're working on that as well. So just trying to develop her and her whole media. So just to tell everybody about the book signing a little bit.
Okay.
I want to hear about this book.
About the relationship book.
Yeah.
Okay. So, of course, we all know that the first book that I wrote is The Storms Cause My Faith. And the second book that I've written is called To Have and to Hold, A Journey Through Life and Love. So that is also a poetry book. And it's just basically what I'm trying to get out there is we've come into situations where you get into relationships with people and you fall in love. Yeah, so you think you fall in love. Situations happen, situations come together, and then things may fall apart. But what I'm trying to get across as far as To Have and to Hold is for us to begin to realize that love has to start from within, at home, you know.
Yes, definitely.
So the book signing that we're doing on Saturday will be with The Storms Cause My Faith, but also to introduce To Have and to Hold, we have a CD that we did from the event that we did just over the weekend at the Delaware Black Expo. So we have a spoken word CD for the To Have and to Hold, and also the book for The Storms Cause My Faith.
Before we get into the spoken word, what prompted you to write the To Have and to Hold?
To Have and to Hold, well, in the beginning, I had been always writing poetry as far as like relationships and stuff, but it stopped at a point where when my mother died. We talked about that before. I've been married. I'm now divorced, and it put a little damper in my spirit. But I got back to a point of where I'm beginning to find myself, fall back in love with myself, the relationship that I have with God. And I'm trying to get to a point where instead of going back out and trying to find somebody to make me happy, it's me and it's God, my relationship that I have with Christ, that I'm just trying to become one with. So that's where it's coming from.
Good motivation as any.
Yeah.
So you want to go ahead and give us a taste of
Give
this?
a little something.
A little something.
Just a little something.
So we're going to do...
I have to, sorry.
Rest about it.
I have to interrupt you. I'm just going to interrupt you really quick. The dynamic between you two is beautiful. Like just watching like your little heads together. It reminds me of my niece and nephew, like when they're talking to each other and they're encouraging each other as brother and sister.
Right.
That's it. My little...
She beats me up.
Yeah, whatever. He
Yeah,
did
yeah.
this all my life.
Yes.
Whatever.
Right.
Okay.
Go ahead and do your
So
poetry.
what I'm going to do is this will be the first time of me actually performing this. I did perform a poem last week at Love and Relationships. A friend of mine, Tiffany Pringle, and Ralph Alleen, they have Love and Relationships that's like once a month. So I did perform there. But the poem that I'm going to do right now is called Why I Write. I was going through a situation when I was married. It's pretty long, but I'm going to try to get it in.
Okay.
So
Yeah, sure.
just sitting down doing this. So it goes, I write instead of speaking because it seems like my words have more meaning to you when you read them. You do not have to be bombarded by the nagging or the complaining. You appear to struggle with hearing my voice. You call it whining and whimpering, but you rarely take time to hear the power, the reality, or the truths that come out of my mouth. So I know the only way to get my point across is to massage your mentality with an educated and complex conversation where the melodies of my voice can be heard through the keys in your mind. As you read my words, it gives me a chance to get my thoughts out of my mind, and the stimulation pushes you into the mood to flow. So now I see you reaching for your pen, but I say stop. Let me finish. I'll try to begin again. See, the reason why I write is I've been fighting and fighting for years to get you to understand my worth. my vision, my dreams, and my cause. The only problem is you heard me. You just haven't had the patience to sit and listen. It's like the whispers of the night, because you cannot pick up on the fact that me and you have got serious issues. An exchange of words in this sophisticated situation is heavily needed. Your participation is essential to stop my heart from bleeding. It was you who so graciously held the dagger that ripped it apart. From the start, you was like Romeo and I was like Juliet, and we were going to live happily ever after with God on our side. You came at me as if I was the she that he had been looking for, and you were the he that swept her off the floor. But now that the plot has thickened and Satan, who posed as your friend, set the trap, and you took the bait. And here we're screaming, it's time to separate. We both need time to get ourselves together and reflect on the times we had, whether good or bad, because God blessed you with a woman of virtue. That's me. The one that can listen to your heart speak when your mouth can't find words to say. I can look into your eyes and hear your thoughts. I am your neck, created from your rib, your wife. The one who keeps you straight by making sure you are lifted up in prayer. God does not lie. He has given you to me a man of valor, one who is strong and wise, one whose heart is sensitive to his spirit, one who is more than a conqueror in all that he does. The devil comes in to set us up, to tear us apart, but God.
Woo is right.
That's my sister, by the way. My sister, www.studio22.com. You can get the CD. We actually have a CD. It's an incredible CD she puts together. She puts together how many songs is it? Like
I think it's about seven.
About 7 or 8 songs,
tracks, poems on the CD for To Have and to Hold. And there's also there's an introduction from the book. So the book is actually done in manuscript form, but I just have yet to send it to the printers to just get everything into print form. So
yeah,
that was intense.
Freda.
You okay, Shaana?
I'm fine.
Okay, just want to make sure.
I'm fine.
Thank you for
you.
the opportunity.
Yes.
To be
Good luck.
here.
Thank you so much.
Okay, of course, you guys, whenever you want to come
Absolutely.
back. Every
Thank
weekend, I don't care.
Great job, sis.
Very, very,
Not
very
bad.
great
Ice
job.
cream on me.
Thank you.
All
I
right.
want Rita's.
Oh, Rita's.
Rita's fish.
Okay. All right.
That's good, isn't it?
It's delicious.
Yes, I like
Yes.
it. Please continue to watch. We have some beautiful singers for you after this.